Episode 3, The Community.
So, how has your day been, sir?
It has been a busy day. It's a Sunday when we're recording this, so lots of time with the family, a little time outdoors, and now just relaxing, having our conversation, and got a little gameplay in this morning. Cleaned up quite a bit. Took about 30,000 raw latinum off of a friendly player this morning, so very much appreciate that.
Was it a donation or was it a gift?
He was 30k OP, sitting on a mine up in high fed space. Another player that I consider a friend was OP by 60,000, and I handed that over to somebody else because, kind of like yourself, there are people that I don't necessarily hit, so I turned that one over to the friend, and he walked away with his cargo hold full. Got to keep 40,000 of that.
Wow! So it sounds like his ship was burping and farting all the way home.
It was about to blow up.
It wore its Thanksgiving pants because it was trying to loosen itself up to fit everything in there, baby.
That's how it went. That was my morning.
Oh, that's awesome.
So just a little bit about how I play is in the morning I'll wake up and I've got about a 20-minute window in my normal routine that I'll go through, and I'll either do 0 nodes or OPs, not in the system that I live in, but nearby, and try to get as much RSS into the station as I can, and within the rules of engagement. But that's just kind of how I operate. And I had let that practice go for a while, and this morning I was like, time for the Admiral to get back into it. And I looked at my PvP stats and I was like, oh, it's definitely time to get back to it. So
yeah, I used to do that. I used to wake up, or actually when I worked nights, I would wake up in the game and be like, oh, well, stretch out, do some stretches, and then I'd go out and I would find anything OP and I would clean it out and bring it back home. It was profitable. But yeah, I used to do that. I guess I need to wake up and get back in that practice again too. But no, my day was actually the whole weekend was like this. I left long enough to get my haircut this weekend. That was it. The wife did her grocery shopping. I hung out with the kids. Spent some time playing on another game with my buddy Big Pippin and my buddy Neo Nod. What's up, fellas? But it was actually a pretty uneventful weekend. I'm rather thankful for it.
Awesome. Glad to hear that.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Well, we could get into the Admiral duties that I had to do today too, but that would sound like whining. So
yeah.
we'll
oh my God! I got hit. Ah, wake up. How did you get hit? Where on the bear did it hurt you? Were you following the rules of engagement? That's what it seems like. It literally seems like, being a Commodore at one point in time, I felt like that's all I dealt with. I never got a chance to play the game. It's like, hey, Shotty, this happened. I'm like, all right, where'd it happen at? All right. Now show me on this bear where it hurt you. Because it was like a flow chart. It's like, all right, was it a legitimate hit? Okay, cool. Where on the bear did it hurt you? If it was not a legitimate hit, okay, where were you at? What was the circumstances? Okay, cool. We'll handle that. Otherwise,
there is a flow chart.
There's a flow chart. Yes. It's like, was it a legitimate hit? Yes. Okay, where on the bear did it hurt you?
Right.
If not, then we'll work into it a little bit farther. And the bad thing is, though, it should have been something very simple as right down the line. Okay, was it this or this? If it was this, then this. If it was this, then this. It's worse than writing a program, I think, and writing code. But anyways, welcome to the world of sitting in a chair. Anywho. So enough about that. Let's go ahead and get into the fun. This is our introductory episode with Scopely Says.
We have really just the normal stuff. They've been going on through the last couple of events. Let me open up and have the game in front of me as I speak here. We have, of course, it's Swarm Sunday, so everybody's
Swarm
out
Sunday.
killing Swarm. for those various events, getting their credits in. In addition, we have the Armada's Assault, which is ongoing. It's like we still have another 17 hours in that. So by the time this is published, it should be over. Same thing with the Mayflower Overhaul.
Yeah, I wasn't privy to that contest because I haven't made it there yet.
It's okay. It says kill lots of stuff or upgrade your ship that's really expensive to upgrade. Those are your options.
So in other words, pay to win. No, I'm teasing.
There's the domination leaderboard going on as well. So those are the major things that are going on. And then let's see, do we have any other announcements this week?
Actually, I was gonna chime in a little bit on the Swarm Sunday. For all of you that are playing the game, please encourage your whole alliance, to hit as many Swarm as possible. Even though that they may have the event done, go out there and just knock the crap out of all of them, because eventually, at some point in time, there's going to be an alliance mission where everybody gets to get in there and chime in, and the more that gets killed, the more you guys collect, the bigger the prize.
Correct. And that, I believe that one actually is one of the, let's see, Threat from Beyond Daily, Threat from Beyond Daily, Weekly, that's the Armada's Assault. So, yep, no.
Well, I guess
no Swarm.
Yeah, no alliance Swarm on this one. But anywho, with that being said, though, whenever it comes to dealing with any of the events, if there is a weekly, monthly, whatever, that it's an alliance event, the more you kill, the more that it goes toward the alliance. So, it doesn't matter if you've already completed your events. Don't stop at the end of your event. Keep going. Keep pressing through, because, what's the whole point of having an alliance daily or an alliance weekly or monthly if you're not contributing to everything past your benefit? Because in the end, everybody benefits from it. So you would definitely get those extra officer credits, ship credits, BP, what have you, whatever's out there that you can get it. Because with the way that the refineries are running, they're getting kind of stingy on kicking out that the UA stuff.
Yes, they are.
UC stuff. Yeah.
So the one thing that they do have in the news channel that's worth noting is Epictetus has his officer guide out, and that is actually really, really useful.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that get posted the other day.
Yeah, so if you have not looked at that, spend some time. It'll keep you from sounding like me during our interview with Fortis and talking about different officers. So that's worth your time.
Yeah, I remember.
Just go ahead. I'll be self-deprecating here. Yeah, I put my foot in my mouth. It's all right.
All right.
So I think that's really it. Mirror is still ongoing, and people are working through that.
And I know there was a lot of questions about Mirror. Yes, there will be the version that comes out that's free for everybody to start the mission. This isn't bashing Scopely about the head with a brick, but what Scopely's doing is they've got kind of a small little, cash it in, let's play a little bit. Everybody gets a little extra content. With the event, with the pay event, it's no different than buying a video game and pre-ordering that video game prior to you getting it. When you pre-order something, you get extra content. You get early access to the content. You may have, double XP for a week, depending on if you're one of the first-person shooter players. I am one of those. There's all kinds of benefits to pre-ordering something. In this essence here, they're not really necessarily having you pre-order anything. It's just you're paying for the content first to get whatever bonuses and whatever's applicable in the package. So just kind of get a quick glance at the Mirror pack. There's only 17 hours left on it, as Ramius was saying a minute ago. But when you get the pack, you get 1,200 Latinum, 10 Broken Mirror tokens, 40 Mirror tokens, 1,200 Ultra Recruit tokens, 200k officer XP and 10 recruit tokens for your alliance. So you're giving a gift to everybody as well. So it's benefiting everybody to an extent, but in reality, you get the huge benefit by buying it early. I myself haven't jumped off the deep end to buy that thing early. I'm going to wait until the content rolls out. But that's just me. Not saying that it's wrong. Not saying anybody's any different for it. But I'm going to wait till the content rolls out myself.
Yeah, that's not one I felt any need to invest in. So I understand where you're coming from.
But nonetheless, I still want to give Scopely a little bit of love about having that great idea to bringing that content out early. And for those that didn't mind paying for it, hey, congratulations on getting that. I hope the new ship is freaking awesome, because I seen some screenshots of that bad baby, and I could possibly be talking about that black jellyfish.
Well, we may have a connection who has expressed that he's going to get us some shots and some screenplay of his black jelly in action.
Ooh.
So waiting for that to come in. Verified this morning with him that he is in fact going to provide that for us, and we will have that on our next episode. So we'll get some screenshots, a little PvE, PvP action with that black jelly from a level 39 player that has one out in the wild.
So he's been out smearing jelly on all kinds of windshields.
He has been. There's that 300 or 3 million power black jelly just whooping it up.
So, good Lord, that is insane.
Yes.
Alrighty, so I think does that wrap it up for Scopely Says, or you got anything else?
No, I think that about does it.
All right.
Let's move on to our deep dive topic of the week. And this week's topic is the community.
Yes, community is one of those things that I'm rather thankful for. Obviously, it's kind of cliche. Oh, it's Thanksgiving week. Oh, no. Seriously, I'm thankful for the community. I've been thankful for the community for ever since I started playing. I can speak from my experience. When I first started out, I was kind of a loner, running around trying to figure things out, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, do you want to join an alliance? I'm like, sure. Joining Alliance, and I know I've talked in a previous episode, I believe it was episode 1. I started a PlayStation Network. We call them clans. Actually, it started in a game, and I was part of this clan, and it was wonderful. It's a huge family, still going on to this day, roughly 100 members strong. But that's what I've kind of played at with my friends. When you first started playing multiplayer games, PvP, PvE type games, you get your friends together and you guys go out and have fun. Well, speed up now to today. I've been with the same family, although we've changed names and restructured. I've been with the same family for roughly a year now. It was roughly January when I joined in with the INS crew and now came over to the shuttle crew, the shuttle family. So it doesn't stop there. It's actually the whole server. I mean, you got those onesie twosies that may not,
right?
That may not kind of feel the community feel or the family feel. But when you're dealing with a lot of the folks on the server, it is a gigantic community.
Yes. Well, and we've seen that time and again across the server. Over time, we've had different people that were ill. We have one member of our alliance that's been in and out of the hospital repeatedly with a chronic illness. We recently had another member who just completed a procedure where he had a medical procedure reversed. So he's back to 100% and on the mend. And so it's been good within our family. But, reach back a few months and we had the passing of Screw, who was a player in the Ghost family. And just the outpouring of love that happened with that. We saw a server-wide ceasefire. We saw people going and paying respects around his base. screenshots for his family to have. In fact, they were able to relocate his base and get his son into the game, um, which has been its own interesting piece. New alliances were formed out of it. We had another player who unfortunately lost his wife to cancer, and there was a really moving tribute on our server for him and his wife and his loss. His base was protected for the weekend. They did a really beautiful cancer ribbon for him. It's either a cancer ribbon or a cross for him.
I believe it was a cross.
Yeah,
Man,
it was a
man,
cross
it
for
gives
him.
me chills just thinking about it, man.
Yeah, so it's the fact that we care beyond just playing a game and, taking each other's loot, kill each other's ships. It's a matter of there are people on the other side of the screen that we've developed friendships with, that we talk to on a routine basis, and we check up on. And so for me, I think that's awesome that it's more than just, as my wife loves to say, that nerdy space game that you're doing again. So
And it's funny. You you brought up the fact that there were deaths of family or family members on the server, and I say family, and as far as I'm concerned, everybody on server 22, we're all family. We just fight like brothers and sisters. And yeah, like you said, we go out, we wreck each other's ships, we take each other's loot, we have a good laugh. Sometimes the laughs aren't reciprocated. Sometimes it's a laugh on one end and a big old middle finger on the other end. And we've seen that happen from time to time. But as a whole, the love on the server outweighs anything negative on the server. And the fact that you can have a whole server go, hey, this is what we're doing, and somebody constantly sending a reminder out in GC going, hey guys, it's a complete ceasefire. Base cores are here. Show some love. Show this family that how much we love that person. Show them how much we care. And I think in the world today, it's missing a lot of that. It's missing a lot of love. And for complete strangers who have never shaken each other's hands or embracing a hug or even so much as chatted on the phone, to stop doing what they're doing, give up their dailies. I mean, they might do the non-PvE, the non-PvP dailies, stuff like that. But as far as doing their dailies, I mean, some people just stop doing their dailies, period. It's like, look, I'm not playing. I'm throwing it out here. I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to bring all my ships. I'm going to park them here. I'm showing love. I'm completely stepping away from the game for a day, 2 days, a weekend, whatever, to show respect. It's kind of amazing.
Absolutely. And that's the kind of people that most in our community specifically have been like. And it's really been touching to see that, to feel that, and know that's out there. And even from the Admiral's chair, being able to reach out and grab another Admiral and go, hey, this is what's going on. Got these reports. And, just a little while ago, I had one. Hey, got this player, went on a bender, said some stupid stuff, did some stupid stuff. We're dealing with it. Please don't take offense. We've got it. And if you guys can forgive us, we're good.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
And that's the other side of the coin there. Whenever there's a war, and there's been some wars, I've been part of a few of them. Just GP crap happening. Yeah, we tease a lot about, oh my god, he hit my ship. But the crap happens. People make mistakes. They let their kids grab a hold of their game and don't even realize it. The kids just like, oh yeah, it's just completely blowing crap up. And then you got those ones that decided to, here's the general rule, folks. PSA: when you're gonna have a good time with the maybe being inebriated or what have you, however you plan on getting down to have fun, do us all a favor. Just like your keys, hand your phone over to somebody. Don't drunk text people. Don't drunk play people. And for God's sakes, don't send video messages with your clothes off. It's right. Terrible. When hand your phone, hand your keys over. Everybody's like, oh, when we're going to a party, put your keys in a fishbowl. Guess what? Put your phone in the fishbowl too. There's nothing worse than
Please.
getting that 3 o'clock in the morning phone call. Go, hey, buddy, and it's the wrong number.
Yep.
Please,
Always.
please. I love everybody. Please, 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 just don't do that to me ever. I don't care if I'm your phone neighbor. Don't get blasted at 3 o'clock in the morning and call my phone, because chances are I'm not going to be very happy, and I'm not going to be very understanding, considering you woke me up from a dead sleep.
Oof.
Yo, those are rough, man. Those are rough.
Yeah, they are. Oh. So, anyway, from my standpoint, I just want to reach out and say thank you to all the community. Also, thank you for the love. We'll talk about the love that we've felt with regards to the podcast, but people giving some positive feedback. Yes, we absolutely heard the fix the audio.
Yes.
We got it.
Yeah,
we got that.
We got it. The audio should be fixed. Now, for me, and I'm sure Ramius will more than agree with this statement, I'm an audiophile. I can't stand having just subpar audio because A, my hearing's a bit sensitive toward that thing. B, I want to bring you guys a great product. Period. That's what this is. It's content. It's a product. It's something that's supposed to be enjoyable for your ears, and I want it to have the best quality possible. So you might hear some changes, you might hear some things as we go along. Once we finally get it nailed down and I'm happy, the changes will stop.
Well, that's just like episode 1 being republished. Part of that was in relation to us being respectful to a community member that said, hey, I don't think I was involved in that exchange. Do you mind taking my name out?
And absolutely, and with respect to that, I do respect the individual. They came to me as well, and they were nothing but polite. And I'm thinking, you know what? It's a small request. If you'd rather not have your name out there, then that's great. I totally respect that. But to completely remove that segment, that wasn't going to happen, not by a long shot, because that did happen, and fisticuffs happened in the game, and I, those are just things that happen.
Yeah, so we honored his request, and Absolutely. At the same time, I was able to go ahead and do some tweaks to the audio. And so, if you made comments on episode 1 and you don't see them now, the reason is because we republished it. We did not delete them. It's actually just put in the private section. So if you had any questions, we're happy to share that with you.
Absolutely. But, and if you would like, not to interrupt, but if you would like to put comments put your original comments onto the republished episode 1, by all means, it's not going to hurt anything. If anything, it'll just help us. So if you feel it in your heart that you could do that and show the love that we've always talked about, that would be absolutely amazing, and we would be forever thankful for it.
Absolutely. So thank you to the community.
Yes, thank you. You guys are awesome. We love you. All right. So as I've alluded to before in a previous episode, I have one of my brothers felt the necessity to call the van. So in this week's segment, Scopely, we're going to ride the van. Get in the van. Alrighty. So with that being said, this is the van. Short synopsis of where the van had become. One day, me and a brother in our alliance, Mr. Smith, decides to egg the party on. We're all getting rowdy. We're in there getting the troops ready to go. We're gonna go do some raiding, and then all of a sudden, somebody's like, "Hey, we need to recruit some people." I'm like, "Huh, all right. Well, let's make this happen." All of a sudden, I hear, "Uh-oh, Shotty's bringing out the van." What are you talking about? The van. He goes, you're recruiting, right? I said, yeah, with chloroform. Which now is the running joke. I keep chloroform and weapons in the van. Why? Because I'm either going to bring some people into the family and they're not going to go anywhere, Anara, or or I got weapons in there and we're gonna load up everybody in the van and go do bad things at somebody else's base. We're gonna drive in the back door and out the front door because that's how we do things when it comes to raiding somebody's base. So with that being said, that is the introduction to the van and where they came from. So this week's topic of riding the van with Shotty, Scopely. Just so you know, the game is awesome. I've been playing it for dang near a year solid. I remember seeing your commercials around Thanksgiving time and going, man, that commercial looks awesome, but where's the gameplay? And then I finally decided, you know what? Screw it. Let's see what happens. Downloaded the game. I haven't stopped since. So thank you for bringing us an awesome game. With that being said, I had a bit of an issue, a bug, if you will, with the game. Happened, I would say, a couple weeks ago, actually, November the 10th. Just sitting there doing some GP, farting around the house, not doing anything super impressive. I get the alert that my base was attacked. So, by the way, thank you, Scopely, for fixing the attack alerts. That has been a wonderful thing because I've been able to bubble up pretty quick. So, with all that being said, this is the conversation that Scopely and myself had. Actually, I'll get into that here in a minute. What had happened was my base got attacked. No biggie, it happens. Welcome to a PvP game. I log on. I see that my bubble was up. Okay, cool. 10-minute bubble's there. I got some time to mess around. I'm not going to give away my tips and tricks of what I do, but I made my preparations, if you will, to either fend off the attack if they were going to hang around, or just bubble up and be done with it. So, fast forward, I'm in there. I make my repairs from the initial attack, which it was a Mayflower that hit my base. Fixed everything, fixed the guns. Spent my trip to make it all go away and brand new shiny. Got that taken care of, and then not even a minute later, it was less than a minute later, I got tagged bubble up by a freighter. Decided to come in here and scoop him up some of the goodies that was inside of there. Now, it wasn't that individual's fault, and hey, it was a legit hit. Nice hit, bud. So if you're listening to this and you know who you are, hey, legit hit, not a big deal. And the second hit, not his fault. Bubble failed. So I jumped on Discord, chatted with the Admiral here, chatted with a few other people, and they're like, report it. Go in and report it. So now I'm going to go into the actual conversation that I had with Scopely. I don't feel that the issue was resolved, and by no means am I asking to get that minuscule amount of stuff back. I'm merely reporting a bug. I'm bringing it to your attention on a vocal level. Like I said, I don't care. I lost like 100K worth of whatever was in that guy's cargo hold. Big deal. The majority of it was par. He got very little deal, very little trip. Again, it was minuscule amounts. I don't care about that. I'm physically saying I don't care. Because some people are like, oh my God, you lost stuff. Oh, yeah, it's not that bad. Trust me, it's not. So, with that being said, here's the conversation starter that I had with Scopely. Said, my base was hit. Bubble went up. Less than a minute after repairing my base, I was hit again. Now, mind you, it was hit, bubble was up, made the repairs, still in that 10-minute bubble, I got tagged again with a miner. I get this typical, thanks for contacting the support team for Star Trek Fleet Command. We've received this automated response to let you know that we've got your ticket, normally within 24 hours, no big deal. If you haven't included the info, I give him my info screenshots, so on and so forth, bug issue, here it goes. I showed him the attack screen of when the attacks happened, the actual, my base defense, mind you, I defended against this hit, believe it or not, so it destroyed his ship, my base still made it. Somehow, within that little bit of time, I got tagged again with that freighter, and you can see the loss that was in there. Well, I mean, you can see that I lost something, but you can't see how much it was. Um, I get the hi there. I appreciate you bringing this to our attention. I checked your account and noticed that your 10-minute peace shield was able to activate and protect your station. Okay, let me expand on that. I don't care that my bubble went up. I'm glad that it did. And I'm not saying that it didn't go up. Apparently, they misunderstood what I had previously said. So I'm going to continue on. In addition, our team is working towards simplifying automatic peace shield triggering and generally making it easier for everyone to know when a peace shield triggers. Thank you for your understanding. If there's anything else you need help with, I'd be happy to do what I can. Kind regards, Scopely support team. Again, this individual, thank you for replying to me. Thank you for being prompt with everything. It was wonderful, but I'm going to leave your name out of this because I respect you. I'm like, I click on it. Is there any? Did this fix your problem? No. What else can we help you with? Standard automated message. My reply: I am aware that the peace shield was active. The second hit happened seconds after the shield was up. I was online when it happened. I made repairs at my station. Right after the repairs, I was hit the second time. This is an issue that needs to be looked into and addressed. If not, what good is a shield if someone can send another attack during the shield period? So, my concern is I got hit, shield popped up, great, no big deal. Shield did its job as far as popping up to protect my base. What the shield didn't do was protect my base even though the shield was up because I got tagged with a miner. Again, that's part of it. You get hit, if the shield goes down, they raid. Well, the attacks were within less than a minute, and I still had a peace shield up. Okay. I got a response back. Thanks for writing back and sharing those details, Commander. By the way, I'm leave name out. Again, thank you for helping me out on this one as well. Different member player support team. I reviewed the details, and I can see that a 10-minute shield activated on your base at 1 a.m. UTC, which I'm not doing the math to figure out when it is. It's a day of rest, and I'm not going to do the math. My brain hurts. So no further attacks were made on your base after this. That said, the automatic shield activated on your base as intended. Very, very good. The base shield did activate. The problem is I got tagged within less than a minute of the initial attack. And again, you can see on the clips that we posted, you can see where that 1 minute and then less than a minute symbol was on those two attacks from the same person. I hope this clarifies. If you have any other questions or concerns, please let us know. Now, yet, I have not, to this day, replied back of how I felt about that customer support ticket. I have hated, I have loved it. Again, it's not the greatest in the world when it comes to fixing that problem. I still don't think they understood what had happened. No matter the screenshots, they looked at the system said this. I get it. But whenever you have a bug like that and somebody actually gives you details of when it happened and look at those details, please just pay a little bit closer attention to what's going on there. I know you probably get thousands of submissions a day about, oh my God, my base was hit. Why was this person doing this? This person was mean. This person on the teddy bear touched me here. I didn't like it. I get it. You get all that. But this is something that's legitimate, because what happens if it happens to another player and that other player gets drained? Well, what are you going to do? Oh, we got a bug, so let's go ahead and give them their resources back that they lost. It has happened in the past. They have made it right if it was a bug in the system. And trust me, I'm not mad that other person got their resources back and I didn't. I could care less. I lost minimal. But there are those folks out there that do lose tons of resources, and you're talking in the millions of each resource. That's a lot to build up. Now, granted, yeah, you can go through and do your missions and do your dailies and do everything else. I get it. But when you have those folks that mine a lot to grab a hold of all that RSS, so that way they can upgrade their station and upgrade their ships and be more competitive, that's a huge loss. And I've seen people just get drained because of bugs. Absolutely drained. So, with that being said, I'm not trying to beat Scopely about the head with a brick, but I want more awareness towards fixing the bugs in the game. That's a bug. It may have been a one-time only bug, and it's probably already fixed by now, I'm sure. But it's not so much that I'm focusing on the bug and what happened. It's when a bug like that happens, dig in a little bit. Look at the pictures that are supplied to you, and make sure that if you're the one that's sending the bug report in, hey, I've got this happen, this happened, this happened. Make sure you take screenshots of everything. That way they have all the evidence in front of them to go, oh, okay, so we can fix this now. So it's a PSA for everybody out here playing the game that runs into a bug, but it's also something more for Scopely to kind of look a little bit deeper into, maybe look at those oddball ones and go, something's not quite right.
One thing only.
Okay, next up today is our strategy with the Admiral. And rather than include a whole other segment on this, I'll just point back to the quick tip of evading the bounty hunters that was published earlier this week. A quick little video about how to get your decoy ship into a system using the edge of the system. Go ahead and get that in within the first 10 seconds of when you want your other ships to come in. Takes a little timing, takes a little practice. It used to be that it was up to 15 seconds. Some people are still saying that, but my experience is they've tweaked it a little bit. So if you're not within 10 seconds, you'll get additional bounty hunters spawning. And then the piece that's really helpful is if you do get multiple bounty hunters spawning, use your decoy ship to attack the second bounty hunter that's going after the ship you want to stay, and it'll take care of both bounty hunters.
Now, something I want to add on that as well. If you want to practice this, go find a system where the natives hate you, where they shoot arrows at your ship when you open out the garage and take off. They're chucking rocks and everything at your windshield. Find one of those systems because it'll say, hey, you're not supposed to be in this space. So go ahead, if you can, port into that system and do some front porch mining. What that front porch mining is send a ship out, land it on a mining spot, and mine to your heart's content. If you go into an area where you're hated or the locals are not quite happy with you, send out one ship and then immediately send out your other ship to the mine that you want to go to, and then pull your other ship back in. And about that time, that should be enough time for you to get that practice down, to learn how to do it, and then you just adjust your timing, as Rami has said, to another area. I did it today, worked out great. I went out to do some mining in augment space. My Botany Bay is a lot faster than my Kamari. Set my Botany Bay out set my Kamari out and let it go out a little bit farther. It was almost a 2-minute difference. And then within that 2-minute difference of time, 10 seconds of it arriving at that point, you have to send out. Now, if you do the 15-second rule, whenever you're talking a 2-minute difference or a 3-minute difference or whatever of dealing with whatever the distance is on your ships, do it within 15 seconds versus the 10 seconds. Because 10 seconds, you can arrive pretty close, but you have to have your ship, charge up for warp and then head out. That usually takes 3 to 4 seconds for that process to happen before your ship actually leaves the station. So whenever you send that first ship out as your decoy, pay attention to when it's charging, so it'll give you that countdown. It's roughly 3 seconds.
Yeah, you do have to pay attention to each bit of that, and a little bit of practice is worth it on this so that you are able to protect your ship. And the other piece of this is, like if you'll notice in the video, I go to a lower level ship for doing this, one that's not that expensive to repair or doesn't take a long time. Because if by chance you do get that second bounty hunter, you can just go ahead and kamikaze into him, and if it's killed, then if your decoy ship's killed, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, so if you're doing the front porch mining trick, use a fortunate. They go everywhere within that system. Send the fortunate out, send your other ship out, and then if that bounty hunter does show up, just like he said, kamikaze that fortunate right into it. Costs a whole whopping 210 tritanium to fix.
Yeah, but see, for me, I really enjoy taking out my original jellyfish. It's nice to see it fly just a little bit.
Or like I said, use whatever ship that you want, but pay attention to your resources. If you're a little low on some resources, use something not so expensive. All right. Yeah, but yeah, the jellyfish is fun sending that baby out to fly.
Oh yeah, she's so pretty.
Oh, she is. Actually, that's what I need to do. When I start killing swarms, I'm just going to load up my Kumari, my jellyfish, and my Franklin, just send them all out to have a good time.
Incoming transmission.
Sensor sweep.
Yes, sensor sweep. This right here is the portion of the program where we want you, our listeners, to give us feedback on any issues that you would like to have addressed, and that maybe we can help as a community, not just on server 22, but as the whole Starfleet um, command, everywhere to all the servers. Maybe you've seen something that's been an issue with the game, or you see something that, hey, this has helped me out. Not only that, but if there's a tip or trick that you'd like for us to elaborate on, this is your time to send it in. But I think today, being again, the week of Thanksgiving, we're going to focus on the community aspect on our sensor sweep. And we don't want to do it just because it's Thanksgiving. Again, I know it's kind of cliche. Oh, it's Thanksgiving. What are you thankful for? We're very thankful for all of you that listen to us, that watch our videos, that just in general take the time to show us some love by watching it. Whether you like it or not, you're still showing us love, and we appreciate it. But with that being said, we want to get into some of the comments and nothing but support that we've had from a lot of you viewers and a lot of you listeners. So what you got on that side there, boss?
Well, I'm taking a look here. Got one comment. This was awesome to listen to. Thanks for making this. Was a nice reply. That was in reference to the Ladies' Night episode.
Yep. Thank you so much.
Nice comment. How to scan? No comments. No comments on how to scan. I think everybody knows that one, but there are those people. I actually had somebody on my alternate server on 31 that was asking about how to scan ships, which is what made me redo that. And so I had put it together actually before we had done the podcast. And so I just recreated it and put it out for the person that made the request. So that was that's where that came from. And then had a couple of comments. First, second, top two, not two, from No One Shall and Rev Deuce.
Thank you, fellas, for that. That was insane. I seen that. I about fell out of my truck. I was laughing so hard. Oh, yes. That's hilarious.
And then Ryan, and I'll leave it at Ryan. Volume level and quality is horrible. Rolling on the floor, 2 studios. Yes, and that's one of the many reasons why we've worked so hard to upgrade things and get it so that this is a little more consistent for everybody. Helps us sound better, helps it be easier for you guys to listen to, and we really appreciate it. And then there have been countless messages in-game to me. I think I've had about 10 to 15 messages from individual players who thanked us for highlighting the people of the game, the community, just like we're talking about today. Thanked us for the discussion with JLP, with Noli and Wingo. Thanked us for the discussion with the ladies, and so we appreciate it. So remember to comment, and whether you send it in game or send it in one of the social media channels, we appreciate it. We'll get those questions answered and your comments added to the show.
Yes. Again, sorry, I got a bit of a frog in my throat. But no, you guys have been awesome, and the amount of love that you guys have shown us has been absolutely amazing. The outpouring of support, and like I said, I know there's people like, oh my god, the audio is terrible. Keep in mind, I did make note in the intro that we were having some audio difficulty. This is still a learning process. It's still getting there. Hopefully, I believe that we've got the audio problems taken care of. We've upgraded some equipment from where we were before. We've changed some of our programs around that we utilize. So we are completely aware that that we've had some audio issues. I know episode 1 was terrible, but anyway, the ladies' night episode, we definitely changed our audio around. Now, we were fighting some audio issues on the other side, but it's not anybody's fault. Life happens. We get into life, and it's like, oh, hey, I need to go do this show. Cool. You got to do it where you got to do it. We totally get that. And again, are very, very thankful that you guys took the time out of your day to be with us, whether you're hanging with family or just kind of doing your own thing or even taking time away from work, but we won't tell anybody. So yes, thank you everybody so much for taking the time of listening to us and watching the videos that we post, because without you, we're just two guys talking to each other.
Well, we're going to do that anyway.
Well, we're going to do that anyways, but we're two guys talking to each other to talk to everybody else versus crickets anywhere. So, and trust me, you guys have been nothing anywhere close to crickets. You guys have actually given us some great feedback, and it's been an amazing ride so far. We're 3 episodes in, and we've got just a bunch of love for the podcast. And even the one gentleman that asked that we redact their name was just like, hey, your guys' podcast is great, thank you for doing this. This is so cool. So you sir, thank you for being cool about everything, and we appreciate the feedback.
Absolutely. Well, I think this about wraps it up for this week.
I believe it wraps it up. I've got some chicken wings to go upstairs to prepare and get my family fed before it gets too late. So,
well, I'm not going to go back downstairs and spend some time with the family, and I will probably enjoy another adult beverage. So, thank you, everybody.
Daddy's going upstairs to do that right now. So, y'all take it easy. Thank you for spending some time with us today, and we hope to hear from you all soon. Please send in your listener comments, things that you want to see. That's what Censor Sweep's all about. So, I am your co-host, Shotty. The other guy on the other end is Admiral Ramius. Thank you again. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Please travel safe. Enjoy time with your family. If you don't have family, find friends. Be with somebody on Thanksgiving. Just be thankful, because I know we're thankful.
Absolutely. You're on the right side of the grass. You're looking down at it instead of up at it.
That's right.
If nothing else, that's all it takes.
And if you need help, if you have something, reach out to Ramius Rye. We'll be glad to talk with you and everything, because like I said, we do this for community. We're not looking for any sort of praise or anything like that. We appreciate what we do get. Believe you me, it means the world, but we're doing this for everybody. So if we can help you guys out in any way possible, let us know. We'll be here.
Sounds good.
So with that being said, this is the end of the show. Live long, kick ass, have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you on the other side of the warp drive. Wait a minute, is that the sounds of the warp engines I hear? Yeah, it's time to go. We're out.
Fly safe.
See ya.
Remember to follow us on our social media channels, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We can be found on iTunes, Podbean, Patreon, and here on YouTube. Comment below, click like if you do, and subscribe because you should have already. Do not forget to click the bell to get the alert when the next episode is available.